I'm on the student projects page in the dashboard, and there's really only one thing that I can do here, which is to click new student project. So I'm going to click that in the top right corner, and there's a couple of choices that we need to make with a new student project. In this case, I already have an idea of what I want my students to do. I want them to build a room based on the Napoleonic Wars, and I want them to just demonstrate their knowledge. So you have the first choice that you have here is to use an empty room. So that means your students are going to start from scratch. They're not going to have anything in the room. It's going to be a blank canvas for them to start adding their own stuff. You can also choose existing room, which if I click this and I click next, it will ask me to browse my own rooms. I'm gonna make an empty room for this example, so I'm gonna click next. The second step here, you need to choose a design, so it helps to have an idea of what you want to do. We have different designs here. We have a huge science lab space. We have a modern classroom, which is like super versatile. We have office hours, which is like peaceful, kind of smaller space. And we have some like labyrinth and big outdoor space with the building. So there's a lot to choose from here, but I'm just gonna go with modern classroom and hit next. And here is the project name. I'm just gonna call it like Napoleonic Wars, student projects grade 10A. Instructions is what your students are gonna see. So these instructions will always be in the top right of your student's point of view. I'm just gonna tell them to section the room according to important events and highlight key events, important people, and geographical aspects. So that's my instructions for my students. This will show up in every single room that your students are making. The last option that we can choose is if your students are going to be doing this on their own, individually, or if they're gonna go together and build a room together as a group. So the only thing that this will really change is when you send a link out, they either, if you have individual, they will write their own name. If you have group, they will create a group room or join an existing one. So this just simplifies things. You don't have to do anything. The interface just slightly changes if it's a group or an individual. So I'm just going to use individual for now, and I'll show you group later when we get one from the Explore page, student project from the Explore page. So individual, I'm going to hit create project. Will take a couple seconds and should show up here. So we're still in the student project tab. So now we have a student project here. You can see the instructions that you wrote. And we have two options, share or view. So we're gonna start by sharing this out with our students. So I'll click share, and you have a link here, and that's the thing that you share. So if I open this link, you can see I'm prompted with your name. So I'm gonna write Edward here. I'm going to click create. So this is the student's point of view, right? We just opened the link, and now I have my own room called Edward. So this is my room now, and it's blank because we didn't base it off a template. We just chose empty room, and the instructions will always be up top here. And you as a teacher, so back to the teacher point of view, if I click view student rooms here and I click load new rooms, you can see that Edward has made a room. You can visit the room. So here you can track all of the rooms that your students are making. So very simple. You share this link with as many students as you want. You can just put it straight on Google Classroom, invite 100 students into this. They will all get their own room, isolated from each other. I'll quickly make a group room as well, so you can see the interface there. Group room example. So made a group room. I'm just gonna open the link here so you can see the different interface. So here now, instead of writing my name, I'll write a group name, and it will also ask me to join an existing group. So here students can just jump into their group or they can create a new group. And it will be the same process from there. They will also show up on student rooms here. It will show up instead of Edward, it's just going to say group 1 or whatever they decided to call the group.